I ain't slept yet, bro. You know what? Cassania bought this tea. It's called Perfect Energy. She bought a tea called Perfect Energy and a tea called Positive Energy. I drank the Perfect Energy. Bruh, I ain't been to sleep yet. I'm about to go after we get done with this. I'm going to go outside and cut the grass, man. What up, peeps? This is Get With Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here is Sports Talk, about to give you another episode 68 of the 2 Cents Deposit on Sports, the place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking the time to watch the show here on YouTube at our Get With It Sports 2 channel. While you're here, go ahead and click the subscribe button to the channel so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here at Get With It Sports 2 right here on YouTube. Let's go ahead and get it cracking. It's week 3. And you know what? My fault, bro. I didn't even add up to see how we rated last week with our picks in week 2, but we did all right. I know in week 1 I went 9 and 7. I don't count them. Well, 9 and 6. I don't count the ties. And I think you went 7 and 8. I believe so.
Okay.
So it's all good. We're gonna give our picks at the end of this episode right here. But let's go ahead and get into the news. First off, we're gonna jump off in the NBA. Mark Cuban donated $10 million to the women's groups after NBA probe. The NBA announced Wednesday that Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban has agreed to donate $10 million towards programs combating domestic violence and promoting the development of women in the sports industry following an NBA investigation into workplace misconduct. Some of the association's key findings included numerous instances of sexual harassment and other inappropriate conduct within the organization spanning over 20 years. Listed up underneath that, improper conduct towards 15 female employees by former Mavericks president and CEO Terdema Usuri, include inappropriate comments, touching, and forcible kissing. Next, improper conduct by former Maverick ticket sales employee Chris Hyde, including inappropriate sexual comments to women, sharing of pornographic images and videos, unwanted sexual advances, and violent and threatening outbursts towards workers. Last but not least, 2 acts of domestic violence by former Mavs.com reporter Earl Sneed. In response to the findings, the league added it will place mandated sanctions on the Mavericks that requires the franchise to increase the number of women on the staff, enhance formal reporting processes for victims of misconduct, implement regular anonymous surveys to evaluate workplace culture, and expand and improvement the Mavericks human resources in the Mavericks human resources department. The NBA also requires Dallas to provide quarterly reports of their implementation of league's recommendations, immediately report any instances of significant misconduct by an employee, enhance the update of the annual respect in the workplace training for staff, and implement a program to train all staff on issues related to domestic violence, sexual assault, and sexual harassment. Bruh. Mark Cuban, you know what? I have no problem with none of this stuff that the NBA is putting on the Mavericks for the simple fact you had this stuff going on for 20 years.
Right.
That's a long-ass time. So you know how they usually say in order to clean up an infection, you got clear out that wound totally.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you know what? The next step to me with the NBA, I ain't gonna say this is what was that guy named Donald Silver, the owner of the Clippers?
Yeah.
The next step would have been Mark Cuban losing this team because of this situation. I agree. I'm not saying I think that should have been a step that should have been done. But if he didn't implement with all the stuff that the NBA put on the Mavericks, that would have been the step for me. You just, hey, Mark, you gotta give up the team because you cannot sit here and tell me an owner. We ain't talking about a coach. We're not even talking about the president. We're talking about an owner of a team, and as hands-on as Mark Cuban is, and we probably talked about this when the situation came up last year. As hands-on as Mark Cuban is, you can't tell me you didn't know all this stuff was jumping off, or you have any, or somebody didn't tell you, hey, listen, man, such and such here, your president touching people, groping people the wrong way, making advances and stuff like that. So I have no problem with NBA doing what they're doing. What about you, bro? Give me your 2 cents.
Yeah, well, last year when it came out, like you said, Mark Cuban, a hands-on owner, like he is. Yeah. Well, we know he knew about it, and I'm sure you would have heard about it even sooner if he was involved in any of it. I don't think he was involved in any of it. Okay. And I know the NBA was going to gut them like this because the next time it's not going to be a lawsuit against the Mavericks. It's going to be one against the NBA.
Okay.
For not, making them implement this in the first place. So whoever would have brought up the lawsuit would have sued the Dallas Mavericks and then turn around and sued the NBA. Probably. So that's why they get ahead of it. And they should have been had it. It's crazy. People, they get ignorant out there, and it's a lot more women in this sport. Whether it's, working in the office or broadcast or anything now. So, yeah, they should have been did it. So, the $10 million still dropping the bucket for him.
True.
So it's a start. So you got to start somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Like you said, I agree with you. This is the first step we'll say that, like we have that job, this is the first step out of a 3-step process. First step, we're going to hit you in your pocket. Second step, we'll say you got to, they're putting the mandates in now. So we're just going to say this is the first step out of a 2-step process. We're going to hit you in your pocket. Next time, we're going to take the team from you.
And if he was involved in it, they probably would have been trying to.
Right. Totally agree. So good thing. I like what's the not general manager, commissioner Adam Silver, right?
Yeah,
he making some good moves, man. Anything that comes his way, I think he's more than likely he make the good decisions to implement whatever rules and restrictions and punishments need to be done in the NBA. So I like what Adam Silver's doing here as a commissioner of the NBA.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So next up, we're gonna stick with the NBA. The Philadelphia 76ers have reportedly ended their search for the general manager by hiring former NBA All-Star Elton Brand. Brand is expected to be officially introduced to the team today, which is Thursday. The 39-year-old has quickly transitioned from former player to the Sixers front office, beginning as a player development consultant following his retirement in October of 2016. Brand was named the general manager of the team's G League affiliate, Delaware Bluecoats, in August of 2017, and the Sixers hired him as their vice president of basketball operations a year later on August 27, 2018. In 17 years in the NBA as a player for the Chicago Bulls, Los Angeles Clippers, 76ers, Dallas Mavericks, and Atlanta Hawks, Brand averages 15.9 points and 8.5 rebounds on 50% shooting. The first overall pick in the 1999 draft, he was named Rookie of the Year in 1999 and was an All-Star in 2001-2002 season and the 2005-2006 season. So congratulations to Elton Brand for the new job. I think he'll do a good job. I can't say I expect the 76ers to do this, but I'm not shocked that Elton Brand would have a job like this because he moved up the ranks. You know what I'm saying? He's basically a player's coach when he was a player. Everybody said that they knew he was either going to be a coach or be working in the front office. And I'm not too hot to, I can't stand Duke. I do respect some of these Duke players that came out of there. And Elton Brand is one of them. And it could be a biased opinion because we drafted him. Chicago Bulls drafted him in 1999. And it's a good look for the 76ers. I damn near forgot they fired the GM the beginning of the year with the Twitter situation and leaking medical records of players. But good way to bounce back. I think he will do a good job for the team. What you got, Brandon?
I didn't know Elton Brand was still in basketball.
behind the scenes with the G League and all that, yeah.
So I didn't know none of that. But like you said, yeah, good player. I don't know why they wait so late though. I mean, the season they were getting ready to start camp and this week, right, or next week.
That's true. Right.
So they made sure he wasn't no room for him to be doing no willing and dealing this offseason.
Right.
I mean, get your feet wet. We going with who we got.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm looking forward to the Sixers. As long as he don't make them go backwards, because they definitely going in the right direction as a organization. So we'll see what he gets to add to it.
Right.
At the NBA level.
We'll see. I believe, like you said, they can't make it. They've been tanking for damn near 3 years, so they really cannot afford to go backwards. They got a nice little roster, little starting lineup. They got the players. I have the coach. I don't know. I don't have nothing against their head coach, but they're going in the right directions, and I think the 76ers, they're going to be a monster to deal with in the East. In the actually, they might be. I can't really name too many teams in the East other than Boston, a healthy Boston, then probably the 76ers in the standings. So
you got to throw Toronto in there.
That's true. They up in there. So it's gonna be an interesting season coming up, man. So we'll see. Next up, one of our former players here with the Chicago Bulls, Jimmy Butler, is not happy in Minnesota. Butler has requested a trade from the Minnesota Timberwolves and has presented 3 destinations where he would be interested in signing an extension. The preferred teams for Butler are the Brooklyn Nets, Los Angeles Clippers, and the New York Knicks. Come to find out, right before we aired, I seen that he really prefers to go to the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't know if he want to go out west with that type of team they have out there. But with the teams that he listed, with the Brooklyn Nets, Clippers, and the Knicks, you could tell that he wants to be
the man.
He wants to be the man. He don't want to be second fiddle anymore. He wants to be the man. You know what I'm saying? I believe, if you ask me out of the 3 teams he picked, it matters it. Now, if the rumors are true about Kyrie Irving wanting to go to the Knicks, next year I think he'll be a free agent. He'll go to Knicks. That would be a nice lineup with Kyrie Irving, Butler, and your backcourt. And you have, if not next year, Porzingis in your starting lineup. That's a nice little nucleus to work with. You know what I'm saying? So we have to wait and see on that situation. With the Brooklyn Nets, he's too good of a player to want to go backwards to the Brooklyn Nets. That's just my opinion. They don't have really too much over there to work with. Clippers would probably be the second team I could see him with. But Timberwolves president of basketball operation and head coach Tom Thibodeau reportedly traveled to Los Angeles to discuss the direction of the franchise with Butler on Tuesday. Thibodeau reportedly resisted the idea of trading the star, but Butler was adamant about finding a new home. The demand puts Thibodeau and the Minnesota Timberwolves in an awkward position after dealing for Butler last summer, along with rookie Justin Patton, who recently had the 3rd foot surgery since being drafted. They gave up Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, and the number 7 overall pick, which ended up being Lauri Markkanen. Jimmy Butler, I have nothing against Jimmy Butler. He moved up. They were saying that he got kicked out the house at age 13. He was homeless almost all his high school career. Went to JUCO, moved over to Marquette, and everybody knows from there he went to the Bulls and moved up and became an All-Star. I like what he's doing. I just don't like his prima donna attitude. Think just if you ain't happy here, I want to go somewhere else. You wasn't happy here with the Bulls. You want to get traded, or we traded because you was disgruntled. Now you ain't happy with everything that's going on with Minnesota when you was playing for your former Bulls coach and damn near former players. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good look for Jimmy Butler, but it is what it is. I appreciate what we got for him. I wasn't a Zach LaVine fan, but he's moving up. He's showing me that he can play. Of course, I like Lauri Markkanen. So we got some good stuff for Butler, but now Butler ain't happy. He want to move somewhere else. Tell me what you think. Give me your 2 cents, bro.
Yeah, you mentioned his upbringing or whatever. I'm good with that. That's hard to overcome a lot of things that he did overcome.
Right.
But I'm talking about the NBA.
Okay.
This is turned into one of the biggest fucking crybabies.
I can't complain.
In the league right now. For one, I don't think he's a max player. I never thought he was a max player. I thought he was a good player. A pretty good player on both sides of the ball.
A great second fiddle.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You're not the number one guy. When you was here, you couldn't get along with nobody. Now you're in Minnesota, you can't get along with nobody. If you go with the program, you can win in Minnesota. So I don't know if he's trying to actually win. You can't guarantee Kyrie going to New York or he lets Clippers or whatever. Who's supposed to be going there? Who's supposed to be going to New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
Who's supposed to be coming there to help him? So I don't know. I don't know what's his problem is. I don't know. I think he want to be the top guy, but he don't act like he want to win.
Okay.
I don't know what's the deal with him. Did he just did Minnesota just pay him? What was that last year? No, because he's gonna be a free agent next year, right?
Right. He's whoever he goes to, one of these 3 teams, he says he's not an extension.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm sick of Jimmy Butler. Just fucking play ball. It wasn't going right for you in Chicago for whatever reason. It wasn't going right for you. All right, I went along with that move. Like you said, we got good players from that deal or whatever. Mm-hmm. But now you're screwing Minnesota because they gave up a lot. They gave up a lot for him. Right. And it's just like, okay, what's happened now when you go to New York and it's not working for whatever reason? Because they're not going to win. You go to New York, you're still going on a losing team. You're still not guaranteed to make playoffs or whatever. I know Porzingis over there right now, but I don't. What happens when Porzingis get the ball too many times?
Right.
So I don't know. It's a wait and see for me with Jimmy Butler, but I'm just tired of him. He don't want to be here. He don't want to be there. Every other year now, he ready to move. Get that in your contract in.
Right.
2-year deals.
I agree. You know what? I have to agree with you. I didn't expect this from Jimmy Butler when he first came to the league. I thought he would just, put my nose to the grindstone and do all the work I have to do. Now I think the All-Star status got to his head. Now he just think he deserves whatever he wants, and then that's not how it goes. I don't expect my number one player to be acting like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, I know he don't get along with Karl Anthony Thomas. Did I say his name right? Karl Anthony Towns Thomas. Mm-hmm. But is it more so him or is it more so you? if you sit here being a prima donna about it, I can't see too many players want to play with you if you keep on crying. I think that's what happened here when he played in Chicago before he got traded, between him and
Derrick Rose.
Uh Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff jumping off that last year before he got traded. So, like I said, I like Jimmy Butler to a certain extent, but you seem like you're a prima donna. And if you keep on acting this way, and I don't care how good you are, how hard you work, if you ain't a team player, you're not gonna get what you expect or get what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be the man in charge and don't want to be second fiddle, you really don't want to play with Kyrie Irving and meet up with him at the Knicks. You really don't want to. If anything, you could probably go to the Clippers and play with Kawhi Leonard when he eventually get over there, because the latest thing I heard, he want to go to the Clippers. Mm-hmm. But do you really want to stay out west? Your team is not going to be able to bang with the Houston Rockets, the Golden State Warriors. I'm missing the team. Golden State Warriors, Houston Rockets. Who else big out there in the West?
In the West, well.
San Antonio Spurs. You know what I'm saying? So, Utah Jazz. That's the team I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't think you want to play out west, but it is what it is. I hope Jimmy Butler get what he wants and get what he deserves, whether it's good or bad. But I'm just I agree with you. I'm tired of all this crying. You know.
Right.
Let's leave from the NBA, bro, and talk about two teams that you like. We're gonna talk about the Chicago Cubs. We're gonna talk about the New England Patriots. What's going on? But let's stick with the Cubs real quick. I'm coming home this morning, listening to news radio, and it's ESPN Chicago. And the first thing they talk about is how all these fans, Cub fans, tired of Joe Maddon and believe that he should be released at the end of the season. Now, I don't give two damns about the Chicago Cubs. I'm a diehard White Sox fan. I'm hating. Yes, I'm hating to see what y'all doing. But to me, before Madden was there, let me look at this thing. Y'all ain't had a World Series in 108 years, correct?
Okay.
No, I'm just so now you get Joe Maddon first year, because this will be his fourth year there. So the first year, you go 97-65. After you were 51, 71, 61, 66, 73. Joe Maddon come here, you damn near get 100 games. You went 97-65. The following year, you went 103-58 and won the World Series. The following year, you went 92-70. This year, at this point in time, you are 89-63. That's some good ass. That's some good numbers right there.
Excellent.
And from what I understand, the people are tired of him doing unconventional stuff, and they think with him thinking outside the box, it's messing up the chemistry of the team. What? To me, the stuff that he's doing, like the pajama situation when they first got there, you know what I'm saying, and everything, it got the chemistry and the team closer together to make a run for in the playoffs. Now, granted, you ain't gonna win the World Series every year, but hell, you was in the NLCS his first year there. You won the World Series the following year, and you was in the NLCS the following year. You got the best record in the NL, if I ain't mistaken. What more do your fans want? That's what I don't understand. I tell you what, if y'all don't want Joe Maddon, we'll be very glad to relieve him off your hands on the South Side.
Hey,
give me your 2 cents, bro.
My 2 cents is whoever you listen to on the way home, them not fans. I don't know. It's them fair weather fans. Them the ones that get on the radio and cry after a loss.
Right.
Okay. So it's like You know, they play 162 games. You know, them the fans that get on there and start crying after every single loss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't. They're not gonna go 162-0. You know, they're not gonna go 150-12. You know, they're not gonna go 140-22. It's just not gonna do it. So when them type of people get on the radio, I either change the channel or, you know, that's most of the time that's what I do. I change the channel because, like you said, they still got the best record in the National League. You figure as a unit, you know what he's been dealing with as far as the Yu Darvish thing was a bust so far this year.
Okay, so, that's not on him though.
Not on him.
Mm-hmm.
Chatwood, that was a bust. Again, that's not on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you got 2 starting pitchers, you know, plus your multiple injuries. You know, Chris Bryant only been there half the year. Rizzo was out for a little while. You know, you got all these different injuries or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you still got this team to the best record in the National League thus far. So them fair weather fans, you know, them the same ones, I got to believe that if I listen to the radio and took down their names, it'd be the same ones that call in every time they lose a game. So I don't put no stock in that. Man ain't going no damn well. Why? He winning. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They've been in the championship series the last 3 years. 3 years they've been one series away from the world. Well, 2 years. 1 year they won the World Series. The other 2 they've been one series away from the World Series.
Right.
Where the hell is he going? Why would you get rid of? Exactly. Really? Come on now.
All right. Now you guys hear from a diehard Chicago Cubs fan. You know what? If I wasn't listening on the way home, I heard it. I said, nah, I can't believe this. They're just making this up. I was listening to Kaplan and Company on ESPN, right? I said, no. They got to be tripping. Somebody spreading this rumor. I cannot believe a Cubs fan going to sit here and complain about Joe Maddon. Brandon, literally, before I got home, I heard 4 people call into the show and explain why they believe Joe Maddon need to be fired from Chicago Cubs.
I believe.
Come on, man.
Right, because they lost. Right, it was only kicked their ass last night.
Like, what do you want? Like you said, you got the best record in the National League.
Going home at the same time the night before when they kicked Arizona, but was the same people on the radio asking for a job. Call in and ask for his job or replacement after they done won, 9 or 10.
Right.
They got I think an 18 and 11 record, out of the last 30 games or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's one of the best records in baseball. Over the last 2 months. What the hell? What? They pitch, even like I said, they give you miss 2 starting pitchers. Mm-hmm. If they earn run average as a pitching staff, they, if not the best, one of the best in the league.
Right.
Right. These guys, they're not baseball fans. They win or loss fans. They don't know what the hell they talking about.
Okay. All right. I just want to pick you ear off of that situation because that just messed me up. I just want to hear from a Cubs fan what the hell going on over there on the north side. Okay. Like I said, bruh, and if y'all want you want me to if you want the Sox to take them off your hands, I will gladly have somebody get the moving trucks and move them over to the south side, man.
He much too good for the White Sox. I mean.
All right, man, we're going to move on before it gets hectic. All right, man, we're going to go to the NFL. Now, the other team that you like, the New England Patriots, it seemed like there's a little trouble between the head coach and the star, one of the greatest quarterbacks out there. I'm going to go ahead and put out there. As much as I hate the Patriots, I give credit where credit's due. But it seems like there was a book written by ESPN's Ian O'Connor called Belichick, the Making of the Greatest Football Coach of All Time, stating that there was problems between Belichick and Tom Brady in the offseason, and it states, Tom knows Bill is the best coach in the league, but he had enough of him. If Tom could, I think he would divorce him. Based on interviews with 350 people, not including Belichick, the book due out Tuesday reports Brady was so upset with his head coach that he still wasn't certain in late March if he would return to the Patriots. Quote, But in the end, even if he wanted to, Brady could not walk away from the game, and he could not ask for a trade. O'Connor wrote, the moment Belichick moved Jimmy Garoppolo to San Francisco and banked on Brady's oft-stated desire to play at least into his mid-40s, was the moment Brady was virtually locked into suiting up next season and beyond. He had he retired or requested a trade, he would have risked turning an adoring New England public into an angry mob. So, from what I understand, Belichick drafted Garoppolo as Brady's heir apparent. Mm-hmm. And we all know about Belichick. He'll get rid of you before you lose a step. You know, lawyer, what's his name? Lawyer Malloy?
Mm-hmm.
That's his name. Whatever, you know, a year before you lose a step, he'll get rid of you. Everybody know this. So we know with Tom Brady being 40 years old, about to be 41 sometime soon, he's bringing in Garoppolo to move Brady out. And of course, you know, Brady went over his head, went to the owner, Robert Kraft, saying that he want to play another 3 more years. If I'm mistaken, I'm just paraphrasing right now, and wanted Belichick to move Jimmy Garoppolo, which he did, move him to the 49ers, like we all know. With that, then remember when Belichick got rid of Alex Guerrero, his business, Brady's business partner and fitness coach?
Right.
I heard he's back on campus. You know what I'm saying? So Belichick, let me ask you this give me your 2 cents. What you think about Belichick and Brady bumping heads in the offseason?
Well, first of all, I think what Brady did was, bitch move.
Okay.
You know, yeah, he's the greatest. He's the greatest, the great one. All time, as far as I'm concerned. But that was a bitch move he did. It's going over Belichick's head to get Garoppolo traded. Knowing that they didn't have nobody else, because before then they traded the other quarterback. They traded to the Colts? No.
Yeah, to the Colts.
It was the Colts, right?
Yeah.
They traded the other quarterback. Mm-hmm. So now you got nothing in the cupboard, And he went over his head to do that. Now, Belichick, he's a coach / GM. He's only doing his job. His job is make sure this team wins, with or without who's ever under center. So now, you cut his legs out from under him. Who's the fucking running the team?
Right.
You don't like, I'm just going to go to the owner. I'm going to go over his head. So, yeah, if I'm Belichick, yeah, that'll rub me the wrong way, because I'm pissed at not only the owner for listening to your ass, but you undermining, my authority, So yeah, I can see where there's a strain, but at the end of the day, they both love to win. So they'll coexist just for the sake of winning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what Brady do, how much tea he drink or whatever, fuck, he ain't finna play forever.
Right.
That's just the bottom line. This team has to exist when he's not playing. So what he doing right now, to me, what he had did was a selfish act. And me personally, I don't think Belichick would have moved him.
What you mean?
He had got like hated him or got rid of him, unless he had declined. Like Peyton Manning shit went overnight. It was like he woke up one day and he was in Space Jam. He couldn't throw no more. He couldn't do shit.
Right.
But Belichick wasn't worried about that because he had people in place in case this happened. Right. You made me get rid of all of them, So, yeah, but Brady was bogus, still bogus. He put it all in the book. I don't even know why this book, will come out now, why in the middle of the season, or beginning of the season, why he still got to play. This is something that come out after one of them quit playing, or after they separated some way somehow. Not while they still got to play in the same team, and one's supposed to be still listening to the other. So I don't know what's on this.
Okay, cool. Got you. And the other player that we were talking about is Jacoby Brissett.
Right.
That went to the Colts. And I'm sitting here looking at who. All right, if Brady got hurt, who would be his backup? And I'm looking it up, and they don't even have a backup listed on here. I'm gonna look at it.
They had Hoyer, somebody.
Hoyer.
Yeah, somebody like that. Yeah,
okay.
Not even worth remembering.
You know what? This is what I'm gonna say with that situation. I think Belichick and Brady gonna work together for simple fact they want to win one more Super Bowl.
Right.
Winning one more Super Bowl, that means Belichick will break the tie between him and Lombardi. I have the most Super Bowl wins, and Brady will be up there with 6 Super Bowl wins, which will be up there with Michael Jordan and all them. With 6 championships under their belt. So they're going to be not saying it's going to help. It's going to work. Not saying you will win a championship. I know I heard people say, let me ask you this. Okay. You think they will win another championship before they break up?
They still putting the pieces together. If they can if Josh do what he's supposed to do, they got a real good shot at it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Brady's 41 years old. I didn't know that. I thought he was 40. I know he's 41 already.
And 40, 41, it was really not no difference.
Here we go. Let me go ahead. Brian Hoyer, you are exactly right. So we'll see how that works, man. But I just find it interesting how, I guess, as long as you keep winning, you'll deal with each other until the bottom falls out.
Exactly.
So speaking of Josh Gordon, let's go ahead and step onto that before we make our picks. If y'all didn't know, if y'all was under the rock Saturday, Josh Gordon was released from the Cleveland Browns because, and I'll go ahead and state what I heard, he was already not cleared to play on Sunday because of a hamstring, but he missed a team meeting on Saturday, and I think that was the last straw, and that's why he got released. And as people, I can tell you right now, me and Brandon was at work on Sunday. We discussed this situation, and the next thing that came out of Brandon's mouth was, watch the New England Patriots pick him up. I said, lo and behold, Monday morning, that bullshit happened. Dude, okay. Do you think that's a good fit for Josh Gordon to go to New England Patriots?
Yes.
This is a biased opinion by this one. Humor me. Tell me why you think so.
I think it's a good one because Josh Gordon, he had different things going on in his life. He got some demons running around in there that he's personally had to deal with. I don't know if he's still dealing with them or not. That's what makes it personal, But as far as him being on the team now, even if he still has some disciplinary things going on, right now you're going to an organization that, one's no-nonsense organization.
Okay.
And 2, they're winning organization. So now you can switch, you can flip it overnight pretty much. You go into a winning organization and no-nonsense organization. You're playing with a quarterback that can get it to you better than anybody that was in Cleveland. You went from a team that's rebuilding and trying to establish themselves in the league to a Super Bowl contender. Okay. So that changes your mindset right there altogether. And if you do what you're supposed to do, on this team, the payday is there.
Mm-hmm.
You see how they throwing money around this league anyway. So the money is there. I think Josh Gordon's making maybe $750,000 this year, if that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only hope whatever he's dealing with, it can be put on the back burner or be dealt with, because it's just way too much money out here for me to be worrying about anything else besides getting it. You know,
Right.
And he showed even after game one, the first game of the season in Cleveland, he caught a couple of touchdowns. When he right, he right. He one of the top 5 in the league. You know, so there's no denying that, and that's why New England Patriots jumped on that. You know, jumped on that deal because they know what they got when you're right. And he coming going to a team where they picked up guys who had some not similar situations, but had their own other things like that going on or whatever. Randy Moss, Chad Ochocinco, the different people or whatever, and went on to have success with this organization. So I think it can be a win-win, but it's still up to Josh to make that happen.
Right. I don't know what this latest problem was. He missed practice. Okay, this is going to put out here. If, like you said, if Josh Gordon is right, he's one of the best one out there in the league. And a Brady Gordon connection is ridiculous. We seen how Brady was when he had Randy Moss on his team.
Right.
Josh Gordon, I ain't gonna say he's the same animal, but he's damn near a half a level up on there. You know what I'm saying? He's that speed rush, that long throw that you need on your team. So, like I said, if he's available, he's one of the greatest. But that's always the problem. He's never available. Let's go ahead and say when he was on the Cleveland Browns. I'm gonna ask you this after I get done. I don't blame Cleveland Browns for releasing him or letting him go. And I think they deserve more than a 5th round draft pick for Gordon, but I guess it is what it is.
They was trying to let him go for nothing.
That's true. So, I guess you can see it that way. But he was never available for the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns overextended themselves to cater to Josh Browns and his vices. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been on the team. He's been on the Browns for 6 years, only played 25 games.
Yeah, so that's
the day. You've been suspended for 2 years. What's the best ability is availability. And you're showing that. Now, hopefully, like I said, I don't have nothing against Josh Gordon. I hope he get all his demons and vices in check and become a productive human being, let alone a productive player in the NFL. It's all about his well-being before anything on the field. And he seemed like I heard he was a cool dude and everything. He got a good head on his shoulders. It's just them vices and them demons that's messing with him. So that's first and foremost. But I don't wish I wish you would have had another team because you know how I feel about the New England Patriots, but it is what it is. But let me ask you, do you blame the Cleveland Browns for doing what they're doing?
No, they tired of them, man. You know what? And the Patriots, like I said, they're a smart organization. They already put in there that he had to play 10 games in order for this, deal to, work. So he got to give them 10 games, or Cleveland still gets nothing. So they're not really gonna waste all of their time on him either.
Right. And in the Cleveland Browns, I know they were 1-36 past 2 years, but they look good this year. Actually, we're gonna get into them with our picks. They should be 2-0 right about now. It was the first game against the Steelers. They should have won that game instead of ending with a tie. And if that knucklehead kicker was able to kick the ball in the uprights last game against the Saints? Saints, they'll be 2-0. So they moving in the right direction, and I ain't blaming them for getting rid of Josh Gordon because I understand he scored that touchdown in the I think it was overtime if I'm mistaken, but I know he scored a touchdown. But you don't want that stigma or that what's the word I'm looking for, negativity in your locker room when you're going into you're moving in the right direction. You don't want nobody to mess up the chemistry in the locker room. And that's why I don't blame the Cleveland Browns doing what they had to do.
Exactly.
All right, man. Let's go and get these picks, man, before we get up out of here. We will do a recap, but we don't have time. We're short on the time, but I gotta say, I didn't know Patrick Mahomes was that dude. I know it's only week. I've only seen the sample size 2 weeks, but when I seen them pick apart the Pittsburgh Steelers in Heinz Field, I damn near believe it. I'm scared because my Denver Broncos in the same division. And if he continue doing this, let's look at this. He got 10 total touchdowns in 2 games with no interceptions.
Yeah.
What the hell? You know what I'm saying? So I have no A. Patrick Mahomes, that dude. Ryan Fitzpatrick, I don't know what's he on, but my man threw 8 touchdowns in 2 games. He averaged 400 plus passing yards in the 2 games, and they 2-0. They're undefeated. Okay. Now we all know Fitzpatrick, he'll shine bright during the season, but when they need him to buckle down and win these games, he'll throw some interceptions, he'll throw some passes and lose the game for you. But let me ask you this. Week 3 is the last week for Jameis Winston to be come off suspension. Is he going to start in week 4?
Jameis Winston going to start week 4. Yeah.
Whoa. Explain, bro.
Okay, this is the deal with the whole Jameis. And I'm not a Jameis Winston fan by no means.
Okay.
But at the same time, I've watched Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is a backup, and he's a backup for a reason, okay? He's a backup. A backup gives you a bridge. That's what they do. You know, they give you a bridge till your starter gets back. You know, now Winston getting ready to come back after 3 games or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I know Patrick having a hell of a, but this will be the week right here that he gets slammed, and they say, okay, well, yeah, there's time. Woo, Winston coming back next week. Woo, you know, and James Winston, he ain't putting up the numbers, you know, that everybody thought he was going to be putting up either, you know, last 2 seasons or whatever. But Fitzpatrick, he had great start, but we've seen this before, you know, on other teams. He good for 2 or 3 games, and that's it. You know, he tap out. You know, that's it. I shot my load. You know, that's all he got. You know.
Okay.
You know, hey, is he started ready yet? Is he back? You know, because hey, I done got him 2-3 wins. You know, but now Tampa want to take roll the dice, which I don't think they will. You know, part of me don't think they will. The other part of me think they thirsty, where they think they got something going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they do, because they winning. Whenever you win, you got something going on. But it's tricky because let's just say Fitzpatrick keep winning, and then they put Winston back in there, and they lose. Oh, why had you do that? You know, why had you put James and Winston back in there? You know, when we was winning. If Fitzpatrick stay in while Winston is healthy, and they lose. Oh, Winston is back. Why didn't you put Winston in the game? You know, blah, blah, blah. So they in a tough situation. Whatever they do is not going to be right. But I truly believe that they're going to put Fitzpatrick down. Or they're going to leave him in there until he blow up, which everybody know he will. He will implode. Okay. You know, you're going to see Winston coming in he warming up at the half, you know, blah, blah, blah. It'll be one of them situations, you know. So that's my thought of that whole thing.
Okay. I don't know if you actually answered my question because you kind of turned on me real quick in the middle of it.
All right. What was your question?
Jameis Winston going to start the game week 4. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what okay. This is what I'm thinking like here. We know what we expect out of Fitzpatrick.
Right.
So until Fitzpatrick shoots himself in the foot, I'm riding that horse until that moment.
You should, right. You should, but you asked me what I think they gonna do.
Okay. Oh, okay. Rightfully so. Got you. Now, Jameis Winston is not like a top 10 quarterback. I'm looking at it when Winston got into the league, he went 6-10, 9-7, and last year 5-11.
Yeah.
So last year he went 5-11, and this year I thought they might have. I've been happy if they won 3 games. These fools 2-0. So they looking good, and they not barely winning. They beating the brakes off of people. First game, they beat New Orleans Saints in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
This week, they beat the world champions.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Jameis will be holding one of these.
Early, it's September.
Jameis will be, hey, as soon as you suit up, hold one of these for a while.
And I wouldn't blame him if they did that because he put himself in that situation.
Exactly.
He did that.
Right.
So, it wouldn't surprise me if they did do that.
Okay.
I don't think they will.
Okay. We'll see. I hope they don't. I hope they ride this Fitzmagic situation until, like I said, he lose two. Let's lose two in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Fizzle out. ain't giving him no 4 games.
No, 2 games. You lose 2 in a row. Lose 2 in a row. I'm just saying. All right. Wow. All right, man. We about to give you our picks. We're taking the five top ones that's out there. If you want to see the rest of our picks, go to our blog page at getwithsports.wordpress.com. But let's go ahead and get the 5 games out there right now. Tonight's game between the New York Jets, that's 1-1, going to First Energy Stadium to play the winless Cleveland Browns, that's 0-1-1. Who you got to win this game?
I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Wow.
I'm going with the Jets. I'm not – Cleveland still ain't won a fucking game, so no, I can't go with Cleveland yet. I'm sorry. They got to win a game. They ain't won a game yet. They ain't won a game in years. I can say that.
Yeah, you can. Literally. Okay.
So I'm going with the Jets until Cleveland actually beat somebody. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that situation. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Browns. Like I said before, Browns should be 2-0 right now. Now, do I blame Hugh Jackson for that? I got to put you like this. Hugh Jackson got to win at least 6 games this year in order to keep his job. Because you got a nice little roster. Tyrod Taylor doing what he's supposed to be doing. You got, I'm about to say Blake Bortles. You got What's the name? Mayfield?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. Woo. In the background, you got nice defense. You got nice offensive weapons. There's no reason why you should not win 6 games this year. This is going to be one of the games that defense is going to put Sam Darnold on his heels. He's a rookie quarterback, the youngest one in the league to start the year off. We're going to see what he's made of. So I know they 1-1. They blew out the Lions first week. And that's on Lions. That's not even on the Jets. And they lost last week to – who they lose to? Got it right here. They lost to the Dolphins. That's another team I'm worried about. So, with that being said, man, I think the Cleveland Browns are going to get it together. That defense going to put Sam Darnold on his heels. And then we're going to win at home finally. So, I'm picking the Browns over the Jets.
Okay.
Next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals that's undefeated going up to Bank of America Stadium to play the Carolina Panthers, who are 1-1. Who you got to win that game?
I like Carolina.
Wow.
I like Carolina.
Okay. Explain.
One, because Andy Dalton and Marvin Lewis, they ready to do what Andy Dalton and Marvin Lewis do.
Okay. They going bingo, huh?
You know, although Carolina, it'll be a tough win. You know, I don't know exactly how much Cam Newton had to do, especially because I think Olsen's still out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's out for the rest of the season.
See, so it's you know, I just don't believe in Cincinnati yet.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Carolina, I know they 2-0 and Andy Dalton 6 touchdowns, 1 interception or whatever, with 108 quarterback rating don't mean nothing to me, you know, because we've seen this before, you know. And you was talking about Cleveland coach, you don't have to win 6 games to be his job. If Marvin Lewis can keep his job all this time, anybody can keep their job. Okay, so I don't buy that. You know, I'm going with the Carolina Panthers.
All right, I got you down for it. You know what? I'm gonna pick the Bengals. I'm not even talking about the 2-0 start. I understand that, but they got an all-around team. They got defense. They got offense. I can't say that much for the Panthers. They got Cam Newton, who got rocked last week by Atlanta. So I know he got out of concussion protocol, but I'm sure his head's still ringing. They have no wide receivers, and your wide receivers is your running back who don't know how to run. I try to give Christian McCaffrey a chance to prove himself, and he hasn't proven himself to me. All he showed me that he could catch. He haven't shown me that he could run. So it's all kind of messed up. I understand the Panthers got the defense out there, but just like I told Big Q on the show last night, T-Boy TV Live, the way Julio Jones racked up 300 yards passing, receiving on them last year or year before last, that same thing A.J. Green going to do. You seen what A.J. Green did last week, 3 touchdowns in the first half. He going to accumulate at least 300 yards catching. So I'm definitely going to pick the Bengals over the Panthers. The Panthers, they not going to do what they did 2 years ago. They're gonna be average. If they get 8-8, they better be happy. Yeah, you heard me, Big Q. I'm put it out there like that. So next up, we have the Los Angeles Chargers 1-1 going up to Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum to play the undefeated Los Angeles Rams. Who you got, bruh?
I like the Rams.
Okay, all right.
You know, although Phillip Rivers, he doing it so far. His team 1-1. But he probably got the best QB rating in the league right now. 6 touchdowns, one interception, almost 700 yards passing already after just 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going against a little tougher defense this week, you know. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a close game, but I still like the Rams and their running game to pull this one out.
Okay, I hear you. You know what? I'm going to pick the Rams, too. The only reason I picked this game because I think the Chargers are built. If anybody's built to beat the Rams or steal a game, it's the Chargers. They got a good defense. Of course, we know they got a good offense. Keenan Allen, if he busts out, is it Melvin? Yeah, Melvin Gordon. That's the
Melvin Gordon third, yeah.
Yeah, if he jump off that defense, I don't know if Joey Bosa going to be playing, but that defense, if they give him pressure, they built to beat the Rams. Whether they do it or not, I don't know. If it was in San Diego, if it was in StubHub, I probably would have picked the Chargers, but it's going to be in the Rams home field. I got the Rams over the Chargers on this one.
Okay.
Monday night, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers that's 0-1-1 going to Raymond James Stadium and play the undefeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let me say that one more time. The undefeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who you got for this one?
You know what? And it's sad to say, I don't know what the hell going on with Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
This is 0-1, whatever. But like I said earlier, I think the wheels getting ready to fall off on Fitzpatrick. You know, I'm going with Pittsburgh to get their first win this week.
Oh, okay. I got you. I agree with you. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with the Steelers and making Tomlin look bad with Le'Veon Bell not signing. He over there in Miami partying, throwing shade at his team, which I don't think he should do. Then you got his offensive line putting him out there on blast because he didn't come back in time. Then you got Antonio Brown pissing the fit on the sidelines when they was getting their butt whooped against Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. They don't look like a team. They don't look like they have chemistry together. And I understand what you said. Buccaneers, we shocked. But until somebody flatten them tires, I'm gonna roll on that bus until it falls off, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this Magic and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, this is my thing right here. We've seen how the Kansas City Chiefs dismantled Pittsburgh in their secondary. The secondary sucks. The team is getting the front is getting old, and the secondary sucks.
Yeah.
That being said, Deshaun Jackson is gonna if they don't put him on the leash, he gonna run all over them. And I think that's gonna be the key right there. Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson gonna go crazy. So I'm picking the Buccaneers over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay over Pittsburgh.
Right. And it's freaking crazy. You got Le'Veon Bell. Now he's holding out
for his money.
For his money, but he losing money. He's got almost $800,000 a game. What? I don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it.
You know what? You get something. Know how that saying goes? Sometimes you got to lose money to make money. I think that's the same concept that Khalil Mack was going through. I think he lost a couple of almost $1 million. He was up there at 800 that first game, right?
No. It was a preseason. He signed before.
Right.
Yeah. He didn't lose nothing.
No, he didn't lose nothing. But he was about to. About to and doing are two different things. I totally understand. So
I mean, what happens? And we can get this real quick. What happens if Pittsburgh call his bluff? Okay, well, you just sit out all year then. We're gonna go with what we got. You lost freaking $13-14 million. And it's not guaranteed who you sign with next.
He's gonna pay you that money.
Gonna still pay you that money. So you
still
on the losing end. You still on the losing end.
You know what? We don't know the financial situation of Le'Veon Bell. He could be the same. He could have done the same thing Gronkowski's doing. I'm not spending my paycheck. I'm spending my incentives, I guess you could say, or my what I made off the field. Advertising, whatever it's called. I can't remember right now, but he could have saved up a lot of money for a situation like this. Like, I understand $14 million is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But then again, he's not getting banged on day in, day out. He's going to be healthy. So when he become a free agent, hopefully he'll stay at a top 5 running back. Kind of get what I'm saying? So, yes, I understand he's losing money. But sometimes you got to make a stand. And I think this is a stand that should be made. And like I told you before, when the CBA is done and it expires in 2020, 2021, them fools need to go on strike and change some of the stuff. Because like I told you last week or a week before, there's no reason. We know the lifespan of a football player is 3 to 4 years, correct?
Right.
There's no reason why I should be on a rookie contract for 3 years and you put me on franchise tag me for 2 more years. That's 5 years. It shouldn't be like that. So I know I jumped the gun. I jumped off what we were talking about, but I get what Le'Veon Bell doing what he's doing. I understand he's losing money, but sometimes you got to stand on your principles.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh gonna call his bluff. I don't think they're gonna budge. I don't.
Okay. All right. Last game. My beloved Denver Broncos, that's undefeated, going up to M&T Bank Stadium and play the 1-1 Ravens. I'm going to go ahead and go first. I understand Case Keenum is not a catching lightning in the bottle. I seen what he did last year with Minnesota. I ain't expecting too much. All I'm asking you to do is not to turn the ball over and keep moving forward. I don't care if you dink or dunk or whatever. The defense going to help you out. We're undefeated because of that. Ravens, I used to be a Joe Flacco supporter, but, man, bump that fool. Ever since he got his money, he ain't been the same since. He got a bad back. I think the running back, he's hurt on the Ravens. And that defense getting old. So I believe my beloved Broncos going to go into M&T Bank Stadium and come up out of there with a W. So I got my Broncos staying undefeated. They're going to go 3-0, and the Ravens will be catching this loss. Tell me what you got, bro.
Well,
here we
go. I know you said that Baltimore's defense getting old, but the first 2 weeks, they played better defense than Denver, believe it or not.
You know what? Wait, stop.
I'm just saying.
No, bro, hold on. Because I went through this argument last night. They played the Buffalo Bills.
I don't care. They still have to line up and play. You still got to line up and play. If they had lost to Buffalo, then what? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The Buffalo Bills are not. I can't. Do y'all see? You comparing the Broncos defense, who I'll say is top 5, top 6 defensively, to the Buffalo Bills, bro.
Who did Denver play the first 2 games?
They played. I forgot the first game was. I know they played the Raiders last week. They barely won 2019, and the first week was. Oh shoot! Not San Francisco. No, it wasn't San Francisco.
I have to tell you in 1 second.
It was damn.
Seattle.
Thank you.
Seattle. They barely won that one too. They won by field goal, 27-24. You know.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying
the Ravens didn't play nobody, man.
Okay.
They played. Listen. They played. They beat the brakes off the Bills, and you can't compare the Bills to anybody. And they just lost last week to the Bengals, and that's when AJ Green had caught 3 touchdown passes in the first half, man. And you saying the Broncos, man, between you, Big Q, and JB, man, y'all gonna have me cursing on this thing.
They gotta go out here and prove it then, because I don't think they can. I'm going with
Oh my gosh! You going with the Ravens, man?
I'm going with the Ravens,
man.
I think right now Denver is a farce, and I'm not saying that they won't get better during the as the season goes on. But within the first 2 weeks of the season, they're not as good. Although their record is 1 win better, they're not as good as Baltimore. I'm just saying, and the numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
Okay.
You had to hear it. You had to know it. I
heard it last night. And I heard this BS with you.
Well, you know what? My grandma used to say, everybody gonna tell the same lie.
Okay. All right.
We all ain't lying.
This is all I'm going to say. And I said it last night on Team Boy TV Live. You know what my bold prediction is? I'm going to let you know.
Oh, you got a bold prediction.
I got a bold prediction. All undefeated teams will stay undefeated after week 3. That's the Bengals over the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jaguars over the Titans. Chiefs over the 49ers. Buccaneers over the Steelers. Rams over the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins over the Raiders. And my beloved Broncos over the Ravens. So that's how many games? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 undefeated teams will stay undefeated after week 3. That's my bold prediction.
Okay.
All right.
It's bold. Because I know one personally ain't.
Man.
2, actually. I got 2.
Who's the Buccaneers?
Yes. I got 2 on there.
All right, man. So, right now, before I curse you out, you my bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Before I curse you out, we're going to end the show because between y'all 3, down in my Broncos, you make sure you be around Monday. You make sure you be around Sunday.
I'll be around.
All right, man.
I'll be that guy that's like, I told you. Why would you not listen to me? I'll be that guy.
We about to end the show right now. Before stuff come out my mouth, I ain't ready for it to come out. Anyway, we here. The crew here at Get With The Sports. Want to thank you for taking the time to watch the 2 Cent Deposit on Sports podcast. Once again, while you are here, please hit the subscribe button so you can be alerted to all the new episodes we have here at Get With The Sports 2 on YouTube channel. You can find us on Twitter. Me, at Get With The Sports. One partner of crime who did have no sense right now. Brandon at LEV412. Read our blogs at our blog page at getwiththesports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram /getwiththesports, and email us if you need to get in contact with us at getwiththesports2@gmail.com. That's getwiththesports2, the number 2 @gmail.com.
Excel.
Bro, I'm trying not to curse you out right now. You, man. Anyway, I'm your boy Glass.
I'm Brandon.
I thought was the best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. We are, bro. I'm good. I'm gonna show y'all wrong anyway. Anyway, we the best tag team tandem out here in sports talking. As always, be good, be safe, get with it. Peace.